Okay, you guys, so we are back with another video. Guys, I got up late today. I experienced an earthquake at about I think it was 3:08 a.m. and it was a 5.5 magnitude earthquake. It was so strong. I was headed for the door and then I realized that it stopped. Like it was a split second, but it was so strong. And I was like, I'm not staying inside this building. My father didn't build this building, so I'm not staying inside it. I don't trust these city buildings when it comes to earthquakes. If I didn't see how the building was built, I'm not staying inside it if I feel a strong earthquake, and I'm dead serious about that. So when I felt that earthquake, I was like, okay, cause I was just about to go to sleep and I was like, okay, there's normally, if it's so strong, there's going to be something else after. And I want to see how the aftershock feels before I go to sleep. So after I felt the aftershock and the aftershock was mild, I was like, okay, I think I can go to sleep now. And I went to sleep like sometime at around 6 a.m. So I'm just waking up and I wake up and I feel like low energy, but I'm here today. I'm here today and I'm going to do my best to put out some content. I think I may need some electrolytes, and that's just it, because, for those of who don't know, I have Graves' disease. It is something that I've always been vocal about. So there are days when my energy level will just be so low. I used to drink coffee to counteract that. But since the heart palpitations, no caffeine. I have to stay away from caffeine. But I'm going to get some Gatorade because I just may need some electrolytes, some vitamins, and I'm good. Okay? Now, enough of me. We're going to talk about Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton, because it is said that Kim Kardashian seeked Kanye's blessing before going public with Lewis Hamilton. And I understand why she would do that, because as I've said to you guys, there's not much people that Kim Kardashian can date. She's a billionaire. She's in the industry. She has a lot of industry secrets. And, when you're so high up in the hierarchy, you have to date someone that is on your level. And Kim Kardashian, she comes with a lot of toxicity, and that's just the truth. Just by how she garnered her success, there were a lot of games that were played and a lot of people were used, double-crossed and all of that. And you know that when it comes to Kanye and Lewis Hamilton, they had a really good friendship. Lewis Hamilton has spent holidays with Kim and Kanye before, and as such, she basically invited Ye over. She had a discussion with him, and Kanye was fine. Kanye gave her his blessings and told her that he wanted her to be happy and she deserves to live her life and be happy. So when we saw that clip of her getting ready for the New Year's Eve event, when she wore those pair of Yeezy boots, it is said that, and this is allegedly, it is said that she was actually surprised that Kanye took it so well, and Kanye encouraged her, to live and love, because life is short and unpredictable. And she was so surprised by how Ye handled everything. And when she was getting ready for that New Year's party that she attended with Lewis Hamilton, that is why we saw her speaking about the Yeezy boots, because that's what she wore to the New Year's Eve party with Lewis Hamilton. So if you haven't seen that clip, in that clip she was saying, one thing she knows for sure, Yeezy makes the best shoe ever. And that's true. Everyone says that. Kanye does make the best shoe. And she's saying she's not sure if those boots were made, especially for her, or if they were a part of a collection. And you guys remember I said Kim was all up in Kanye's business. Kim has Yeezy archives that no one else has. Not even the creator of Yeezy has. Kim has an entire warehouse stored with Yeezy footwear, clothing that Ye left behind. And, you know, sometimes Kim is, I don't want to call her trash. Sometimes she's horrible to Kanye, but there are moments when we have to actually give her credit where credit is due, because not many women would say, I'm going to pay for storage for these things. These are important to my kids. It's their father's legacy, and I'm going to protect them. And she did that. She has an entire, and it's not just a tiny warehouse, honey. It's a humongous warehouse, and she pays the bills for that. And from time to time, even some of Kanye's clothes was left behind, and she has them in storage. From time to time, we'll see her. If you guys remember when Ye came out with Bianca, she was wearing some of Ye's jerseys, some shirts that Kanye has worn before. And many people were saying that Kim is just such a clout chaser. We all know she is. Kim is just good at marketing. She knows what to do to stay relevant and to be talked about. But Kim has gotten Ye's blessing with Lewis Hamilton from Ye before going public. And to many people, they think that this relationship of Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton is new. It's not new. It's only new to the public, but it's not new because I've been telling you guys that Kim has been dating this man that's black. I told you guys he was black, biracial. I told you guys that he lives in London, England, and I'm going to actually look for that video and put it in the comment section. I didn't get the name of the person at the time, but I was told that the person had damn good money. The person was either a billionaire or next to a billionaire status, and that he had mafia ties. Now, I don't know if Lewis Hamilton has mafia ties or not, but everything that I told you guys in that video about the secret man that Kim was dating, if you guys have seen that video, you guys would know by now it has came to pass. So, as such, I can say that I told you guys so once again, but it's really good to hear that Kanye gave Kim and Lewis Hamilton his blessing, and hence why she wanted to, have a talk with Ye before going public. She was concerned about how it would affect him. And I think that's truly admirable of Kim. If Kim was really thinking about Kanye's mental health and how all of that would have affected him, I think that's truly admirable of her. And I have to say kudos to her for doing that. That's a very mature thing to do. She didn't need his permission. She didn't need to seek his blessings, but she was concerned about how it would have affected his mental health, because she was aware that he was on his journey to, get the necessary help that he needs. And she didn't want anything that was coming out in the media to negatively affect him or to negatively impact his healing journey. That's truly admirable, I have to say. But I think she's also looking for her little perks in that. But we have more to talk about as it relates to Kim Kardashian and Lewis Hamilton, and more videos coming up, so stay tuned. We have more to talk about as well with Miss Barnaby and Stefan Diggs, also Offset, so stay tuned. There's a lot more to come up. Stay blessed. Peace.